Look up at the night sky. What do you see? You see the brilliant tapestry of the cosmos. You see blazing stars, swirling galaxies, and the faint, ghostly glow of distant nebulas. Since the dawn of humanity, we have looked up at these lights and believed that we were seeing the universe. We believed that the light was telling us the whole story. But physics has a terrifying truth to share with us. Everything you see, everything you have ever known, every star, every planet, every speck of dust, and every human being is essentially nothing. It is a rounding error in the grand cosmic equation. The light is a lie. Welcome back. Here, we break down the science behind how everything works, one long night at a time. And tonight, we are going to look into the darkness, not the darkness of empty space, but the darkness that is alive, heavy, and holding you together right now. Tonight, we uncover the terrifying truth about dark matter, according to physics. To understand how terrifying this is, we first have to understand the sheer scale of our ignorance. When you look at a glowing galaxy through a telescope, you assume you are seeing the mass of that galaxy. You assume that the billions of stars you see are what generates the gravity holding that beautiful spiral together. We asked ourselves recently why everything in the universe spins. It's a fundamental law of motion. Galaxies spin, solar systems spin, planets spin. But when physicists actually measured the spin of our own Milky Way and the spin of neighboring galaxies, they ran into a wall, a mathematical impossibility. The galaxies were spinning too fast. Based on the amount of light they emitted and the visible mass we could calculate, the outer edges of these galaxies were moving at impossible speeds. The stars on the fringes should have been flung out into the deep void of space, completely untethered from the galaxy's gravitational pull. There simply was not enough visible matter, not enough stars, not enough gas, not enough dust to generate the gravity required to hold these galaxies together. By all the laws of classical physics, the universe should have torn itself apart billions of years ago. Every galaxy should be a shredded, scattered mist of lonely stars. So, why isn't it? Why is the universe still intact? Because there is a phantom. There is a massive, invisible, undetectable framework of completely alien material dominating the universe. But do not let the sterile, scientific name fool you. Dark matter isn't just dark because it doesn't emit light. It is dark because it fundamentally refuses to interact with the electromagnetic spectrum. It does not reflect light. It does not absorb light. It does not emit heat. It does not cast a shadow. If you had a block of dark matter in your hands right now, you couldn't see it, you couldn't feel it, and it would pass straight through your flesh and bone, as if you didn't exist. Yet, it exerts massive gravitational force. When you look at the universe, you are only seeing 15% of the matter that is actually there. The remaining 85% is this unseen, ghostly scaffolding. We are the minority. The normal matter that makes up your body, the Earth, the Sun, and every galaxy we have ever photographed. We are the anomaly. We are the strange, rare debris floating in an ocean of invisible mass. This brings us to a terrifying realization. We are completely surrounded by a structure we cannot touch or see. It is the ultimate invisible cage. We recently discussed how the James Webb Space Telescope finally found what it was built to look for, and how the implications were terrifying. We built the most advanced eye in human history, a marvel of engineering capable of seeing the faint infrared glow of the very first galaxies born at the dawn of time. But no matter how powerful our telescopes become, they share one fatal flaw. They only look for light, and looking for light in a universe dominated by the dark is like trying to understand the ocean by only looking at the foam on the waves. Physicists know that dark matter is there because we can see its fingerprints. We can see its massive gravitational claws bending the very fabric of space and time. When we look at deep space, we see the light from distant galaxies warping and distorting, magnifying like a funhouse mirror. This is called gravitational lensing. But there is no visible object causing the distortion. It is the dark matter, sitting in the void, heavy and silent, bending the light of the universe around its invisible bulk. This is the terrifying property that physicists struggle to grapple with. Dark matter is the true master of the universe. It is the puppeteer pulling the strings of every galaxy. Without dark matter, the universe would have never formed stars. The primordial gas of the early universe would have just expanded outward into nothingness. It was the heavy, invisible clumps of dark matter that acted as gravitational traps, pulling the normal, visible matter together to form the first stars and galaxies. We owe our existence to this phantom mass, but while it birthed us, it also surrounds us in a way that is deeply unsettling, because it does not interact with electromagnetic forces. Dark matter does not form atoms. It doesn't form molecules or planets. It exists as a massive, diffused, invisible cloud. And that means it is everywhere. Right now, as you listen to this, millions of dark matter particles are streaming through your body every single second. They are passing through the roof of your house, through your brain, through the molten core of the earth, and out the other side, completely unbothered by the solid matter in their way. You are constantly being bombarded by an invisible ocean that ignores your existence. We often talk about the strange wall physicists cannot see past. We look for barriers at the edge of the observable universe, but the most impenetrable wall in physics isn't at the edge of the cosmos. It is right in front of our faces. It is the 85% of reality that we are entirely locked out of experiencing. We are trapped in a three-dimensional slice of reality, only able to interact with a tiny fraction of the ingredients that make up the cosmos. When we ask what the universe is expanding into, we picture an expanding bubble of light pushing into nothingness. But the terrifying truth is that the universe is already filled with an invisible architecture that we cannot comprehend. We are not the main characters of the universe. We are simply the glowing dust caught in the gravitational web of a dark, silent giant. And as we continue to hurl through the cosmos, spinning endlessly in the dark, we must accept that we are living in a haunted universe, one where the most powerful force dictating our ultimate survival or destruction is something we will likely never ever be able to see.